The essence of meditation is self-inquiry. It is a progressive unveiling of the false self, the illusions, the stories, the anxieties that so often guide our lives unconsciously. The false self is who we mistakenly believe ourselves to be. It imposes shackles on our being, limits where we are in fact infinite, and it traps us into a shell of who we can potentially be. If we are to use meditation with the intention of improving ourselves, our primary focus should be on dismantling these false belief structures, which prevent us from realizing our true capacities. I will cater my speaking here to speak to the Western mind, the mind that wishes to pragmatically utilize meditation towards the end of self-improvement. There is nothing wrong with such an intention. In fact, it is rather noble. The pursuit of wisdom and growth should be the orienting principle for many of us here. And self-inquiry is the foundational process that underlies the development of wisdom. If we do not know ourselves, if we act without awareness of the deeper intentions behind our actions, then are we not mere slaves to the subconscious? Our intention here should not be to control or assert dominion over the subconscious. Rather, our efforts should be directed towards understanding it gently and integrating it with the rest of our psyche. Taking a rough hand with our subconscious assumes that we can spur ourselves into growth with the crack of a whip, and this is untrue. We do not grow through the method of lightly or not so lightly traumatizing ourselves. Most often, it is the thoughts that we have about ourselves that traumatize us. It is our thoughts that stand in the way of our development. We attempt to improve by shaming ourselves, by burdening ourselves with the weight of self-criticism, by feeling deeply insufficient and dissatisfied with who we are in the present. Whilst the pain of the present can no doubt motivate us into a resurrectory movement, as we engage on a growth journey, an authentic growth journey, we should eventually learn to alchemize this pain into gratitude and joy. Many do not implement this alchemical process when they engage in self-improvement, which leads to a situation where their life eventually changes. However, their mental space remains stagnant. They fail to recognize the many positive changes that have occurred in their life because they are still relating to their life from a perception of lack and dissatisfaction. Their mind still focuses too heavily on what they do not have, which means they cannot enjoy the fruits of their growth. They cannot appreciate the rewards of their work. And what is the point of working so hard if we cannot appreciate what we do, if we cannot love the person that we are becoming? We can change so much about the material conditions of our life. We can acquire a bigger house, more money, more cars, more whatever, and it will all mean nothing if we cannot cultivate self-love. A man can torture himself even when residing in a palace, and this is a striking thing to seriously contemplate. And I think that what these contemplations reveal is that how much satisfaction we experience is only partially related to what we have. Even those who have the most can feel the most empty inside. Satisfaction and wholeness are located almost solely in the manner by which we relate to our world. And how we relate to the world concerns what we have a disposition to attend to. For attention is the manner by which reality is created. You see, we can linger in lack, or we can blossom in gratitude. And the choice lies in what we decide to attend to. and reality will morph itself around what we focus on. And this is why I feel that being highly conscious of one's attention is the principal action in a mindful life.